Hello artists, it's Mrs. Treat here again. We just watched a short video on Pablo Picasso and we learned that he's a very unique style. He was known for many things, but he was known for very abstract cubism and he liked to celebrate shapes. So today we're going to be drawing a portrait using Pablo Picasso's interesting style. So you're gonna need a white piece of paper, a Sharpie, and a ruler or something straight. It doesn't have to be a ruler. If you noticed in a little bit of his work, if you kind of caught on the video, there was lots of lines creating lots of unique shapes. So how we are gonna do that is we're gonna have our paper in front of us nice and tall. We're gonna be doing a few folds just to provide some interesting line work for us. So I'm gonna take the bottom of my paper for starters, and I'm just gonna roll it and fold it right in half. Now, I'm not worried if my lines or my folds are perfect because honestly, we're gonna create some really weird lines. So the weirder the better, maybe, is what I'm thinking. So first line, so we've got a seam there. We have 4 corners and we're gonna be using each corner to create an interesting fold. I'm just gonna take one corner and roll it, which however far I want. You're just gonna roll it over. Doesn't matter where you stop, but I'm just gonna press and fold. Told you we're making some weird folds. So just interesting, creating a crisscross line here in these folds. Take the upper left, maybe I'll fold that one in less. Press and fold. There isn't really a right or wrong way, we're just gonna do a fold at every corner. Now I'm gonna take my lower left corner, bring that one up and around. Just as long as you're rolling it in somewhere and folding, you can start to see these shapes happening. And we'll do the last but not least, my bottom right corner, like so. So now we've got all these lines. This is where you want a straight edge, or it doesn't matter if you've just got the edge of a book, whatever, and a black marker. I'm gonna use a Sharpie, but honestly a black Crayola marker would be fine. We just know that Crayola markers can bleed with our other markers, so we wanna be a little bit careful when using those. We're gonna line up our rulers on these folds, like so, and we're going to trace those folds so we have nice black lines. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, now that we've got all our black seams, our folds, nice outlined in black, we've got this interesting background that we've created using shapes, which Picasso really loved. We are going to start to draw our portrait or our face within this piece of paper. Some of you might recognize this. This is called Roll a Face or Roll a Picasso. And how this game works is if you have a dice, make sure you go get it. If you don't worry about it. Because how this game works is you roll 4 times. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first roll would be our shape of our head. So if I were to roll my dice, I got a 3. I would notice 1, 2, 3 is this interesting shaped head right here. I would draw that, and then I'd do my second roll, and I'd roll an eye, and so on. There isn't really a right or wrong way. If you don't totally understand how to play the game, don't worry about it. Again, if you don't have a dice, you can just pick and choose what you want to draw. So from here, you can pause the video so you've got your dice board up, and you can roll and draw right here on your paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll my first dice and find out which head I have. I'm gonna get a 4, which is a pretty traditional head. It's just sort of a large oval. Now I wanna make sure I use a lot of this paper. So when I draw that shape, I'm gonna draw it really, really, really big because I wanna make sure those crosses, those crisscrosses that I've created go through my head of my Picasso face. All right, interesting, yes. All right, our eyes. I got another 4. I've got an eye that's closed. Now, since we do have 2 eyes, I probably am going to roll it twice because I want 2 eyes on my character. This one I'm gonna draw. It doesn't have to be in the actual spot of where an eye would be. That's part of the fun, is it can be, one can be higher and one can be lower. One can be sideways. I mean, it's weird. I'm gonna color those in black later. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I do want another eye roll, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll another one, another 4. I'm being terrible, friends. I don't want another closed eye because I want something different. Oh my gosh, another 4. Oh my gosh. I'm jinxed. A 6. Okay, this one's a side eye. That one looks like you're looking at it from the side. I am cool with that because it's gonna look so weird. I'm gonna put that eye over here in this section. See, you can kind of cheat the system a little bit. No one will ever know. If you want to draw this in pencil first, you can, but there really is no reason to. You can just go ahead and do it right away in black marker. Remember, you can add any more details in later. All right, so one eye is way off to the side, kind of weird, and this one's closed. Now I'm gonna go into the nose. Wonder if I'll get a 4 again. A 2. You can see it's a side nose, a little curly. I like the little curl at the bottom, that's kind of cool. So I might put the nose way down here. Again, I don't care if it's super weird and off. I might bring this up a little higher. Creepy. I like it. All right, last but not least, lips. I'm getting a side theme, kind of these weird heart lips. Do you see how it looks like a heart sideways? Let's see a heart sideways. I might use that as my inspiration. I love it. All right, so now I've done all my rolls. All right, so now I'm gonna come back. Any other details I'd like to add to make it weird, I can. If you wanna add ears or hair or whatever details you think your weird Picasso face would look like, go ahead and do so. Then we're gonna come back and add lots of wild colors. So at this point, you can get really fun with your colors. Each section can be a different color. It doesn't need to be like red lips. It can be green lips. I don't care. I can't wait to see what your Picasso portraits look like. Have fun.